when I on the Tambor, well on the Sandlance too. When I got on it, when I was at submarine school at New London, they took us down and tested us all out for seeing, for night vision. And there must have been 20 of us in the room there. And they had a thing that would make it look like the sea out here, and they had a way of controlling the light over behind it there. And they says first time anybody sees the outline of a ship, well, let us know. Well, we sat down there a little bit. I says, I see an aircraft carrier. First guy that said the thing, I says, I see an aircraft carrier. They said, whereabouts? And I told them what degree it was from where I was at there. They said, you see anything else? I said, yeah, I can see a destroyer or two around there too. And so because of that, I could see so good at night till they put me on the dogged 5-inch gun. And I didn't know nothing about shooting no big gun. So when I took the Sandlance on patrol, on the shakedown cruise, they had a little old boat out there pulling a little target behind us. Me and the guys on the gun, I guess I was the trainer, and he was, you know, one of them, when you done your wheel, raised the barrel up and down, and the other moved it this way. And when both of you got to seeing it through your sights at the same time, you go holler mark, and the guy that was on the right-hand side of the gun had a pedal that he'd stomp and then fire that gun then. And then the first battle surface that we had, when I got on the Tambor, they put me on the gun because I could see at night. And then the next thing that they had me on, when we went up through the Caroline Islands, we had just a little narrow passageway to go through there. And I wasn't even supposed to be on watch. They called us Blalock to top side for watch duty. They come put a pair of red goggles on me, woke me up, and I stayed on watch till we got through that thing there because I could see so well at night. We got about halfway through that thing the first time, and before I even saw it, we heard something choop, 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 choop. And it was a sampan coming through that thing. We moved over on the other side of this little pass as far as we could get and just lay to. That thing just come right on through, chewed, chewed, chewed right down the other side of it, went on out, never did even see us. We went from there and went up almost to Permature, us and the Silver Sides, another sub. And we picked up a convoy up there, and there was 2 troop transport ships in there. And so we took one of the troop transports. They split up when they found out there was some subs in the area, and they had some little trawlers or something else that was trying to fool with us. But it was so foggy till you couldn't see nothing, and cold. So it's up there as icebergs floating around in the water. And so we kept on, we pick him up on the radar. The lookouts couldn't see him because it was so foggy. All of a sudden we broke out in the open, and there he was. It's just right there at us. Well, we fired and sunk, and the Silver Sides done the same thing. We both sunk, and we had orders to kill all survivors. Well, this thing about breaking up the small arms to go to shooting them. And somebody was watching the Silver Sides, and the Silver Sides was on the surface, and where them guys was hanging on to rafts and boats and things out there. They was just running through them, and the suction from them screws is just sucking them under, going and coming. But we was close enough to land that you could see land. They says, man, says better kill every one of them while we got the advantage of them. They don't, says there ain't no telling how many Marines and how many soldiers they'll kill when they. What they's doing with them, they're carrying them from Permature, was going to take them to the Philippine Islands is where they's going with them. See, they thought that what they's going to do to start with, that they's going to start through the Caroline Islands and go toward Alaska, and was going to try to go up that way. And then they changed their mind on that, and they got to need so much help down toward the Philippines. they was transferring everybody out back down through there. And there's always a wolf pack up there to sink his men. And I said, man, you didn't have to shoot them or suck them under with that water. That water was so cold till they didn't last but just a little bit till they was gone.